Hi guys, today I'll be showing you polishes from the Brighten Up collection by Night Owl Lacquer. I thought this collection would be appropriate to do, especially now since our nation has been experiencing so much turmoil. For those of you who don't know, I do suffer from anxiety from time to time, and I have to make a conscious effort to keep it in check. And I usually do that by practicing self-care and doing things that I enjoy, like painting my nails. But these recent tragic events have caused it to spike once again, and I've been struggling. I have really been struggling. I'm struggling because my family consists of 4 beautiful black men that I love with all my heart, and I had to pray that God protects them every single day, especially when they leave out of our home. I pray and pray that they come back home safely every single day. And God has been so good at answering my prayers. But in times like these, I'm often haunted by childhood memories or experiences that my loved ones have had. Like the time when my husband was a teenager playing ball at the park with his friends, and some police officers drove up and for no reason just started questioning them and harassing them, telling them that they looked like thugs that were up to no good. When they tried to explain that all they were doing was playing ball, the next thing they knew, they were told to shut up and there were guns put in their faces. Or when my oldest son was about 15 and he was walking home after swimming with friends, and the police drove up alongside of him, turned on their lights, and then started questioning him, telling him that he fit the description of someone who was just involved in a robbery. Anybody who knows my son knows that he has never been in trouble a day in his life with the law, or even in school growing up, never had a discipline record ever. As a matter of fact, none of my children have. But some people don't know that, like the woman who called the police on my youngest son and some of his teammates after practice. They were just waiting in the parking lot for their ride, and a woman accused them of beating up on a boy. She called the police on them and told them that she was positive that they were the ones that did it, and the police believed her. The only reason why they weren't taken away was because the coach came running out of the locker room telling the police that there's no way the boys could have been involved because not too long ago they were just practicing on the field. But she didn't know that, nor does she know that my son was voted best sportsmanship on his football team, and he also won an academic award. And then there's my nephew, whom my husband and I have been raising since the age of 14. When he was about 12, he attended a pool party, and he was having a great time until some other kids showed up and started harassing him and calling him names, including the N-word. He was devastated and couldn't understand why they would say such mean things to him when they didn't know him. And then there's me. I have a few childhood memories that still haunt me to this day. Here's a random fact about me. I used to be a competitive gymnast many years ago. Gymnastics was my life. I was around 10 or 11 when I started competing. And I was pretty good, believe it or not. My dad still has all my ribbons and trophies that I won in my childhood home and room to this very day. And I remember this one meet I competed in. I was about 12 years old and I had just finished my floor exercise. And I was proud of myself because I knew I had did a good job. Floor was one of my favorite events. And I remember the judge called me over to her table, and I'll never forget what she said. She looked me in my eye and she told me, "You know, you do a whole lot better if you try to fix your hair to look like the other girls." And I remember feeling so hurt and devastated because I already knew that I didn't look like the other girls, but it had never bothered me before. We were like a family. They loved me and I loved them. But that one judge's remarks had me feeling as if I wasn't good enough to be a part of the team because I didn't look like them. And I carried that hurt for a very long time. And I honestly don't remember what my score was on that floor routine, but I do remember thinking to myself it should have been higher, but it wasn't because she didn't like my hair. And then I think about the stories my mom shared with me about when she was a little girl growing up in Mississippi. And she remembers looking out the window and seeing the KKK burning a cross in my grandparents' front yard. These are the thoughts that haunt me when people like Ahmaud Arbery, Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, Eric Gardner, Tamir Rice, Trayvon Martin, and I can go on and on. These are the thoughts that haunt me when people are killed just because of the color of their skin. And to keep my anxiety from taking over, I have to tell myself over and over again that God is still in control. So I try to stay focused on Him and turn to His Word. And that helps me so much. And it's the most important part of my self-care. And the other part is taking the time to do things that make me feel happy, like painting my nails. And that's why I chose this collection to share with you today. So let's get started. The first polish is called Cheerful. It's a beautiful neon sunshine yellow with a rose gold shimmer, and it is gorgeous. I applied just 2 coats, but if you have longer nails, you probably need 3. And here it is in the natural light, and it really is bright and cheerful. I love it. The next polish is called Delightful. It's a beautiful neon green with rose gold shimmer, and you can really see that shimmer flash in the bottle. And out in the natural sunlight, it did not disappoint. Next up, we have Playful. And when I think about the word playful, it makes me think about the sweet innocence of children and how they're not born with hate in their heart. Have y'all seen this adorable video of the 2 toddlers running to hug each other? If you haven't, I'll put the link in the description box below. I got teary-eyed when I first saw it because it was so beautiful, and I wish the world can always be like this. Nelson Mandela once said, "No one is born hating another person because of the color of his skin or his background or his religion. People must learn to hate, and if they can learn to hate, they can be taught to love, for love comes more naturally to the human heart than its opposite." But let's get back to this polish. Playful is described as a neon pink with an aqua shimmer. How beautiful is that combination? I didn't have any problems with the formula. Only takes 2 coats to get fully opaque, maybe 3 if you have longer nails. And I just thought this was a really fun pink. It's definitely giving me summer vibes, and I love the way it looks in the natural light with my skin tone. The next polish is called Blissful. Blissful is described as a bright purple with a green shimmer, which is another unique combination. You know I love purple polishes, and this one did not disappoint. And the last polish is my favorite out of the collection, and it's called Hopeful. Isn't this gorgeous? It's described as a bright teal with a purple shimmer. I loved everything about this polish. The formula was amazing. Love how the shimmer shows on the nail. It just looks so pretty. I love this polish. And when I went out in the natural light, that shimmer just blew me away. It was stunning. So that's it, y'all. I loved everything about this collection. Comment below and let me know which one was your favorite. And in the midst of all this turmoil, let's ask ourselves, what can I do to make a difference? What can I do to make things better? And as for me and my anxiety, I will continue to hold on to God's word and his promises. If you watched this whole video, thank you so much for watching and listening to my stories. And if you enjoyed what you saw, please give it a like and comment below. And if you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you aren't already subscribed. And click that notification bell so you don't miss another one of my uploads. Thanks again for watching. Until next time, peace and love.